Tim Kanak with Perkins Roofing here for part 4 of this series of our commercial re-roof at the River Place condo. 3 buildings from tile roof to standing seam metal. Check out parts 1 where we do pre-construction meeting, part 2 where we do the demo, and part 3 where we do the first 50% of the metal on the roof. If you want to be fully updated and initiated, it's too early, I need some coffee, into the series. But you can see my guys working over here on this side. We are running pretty good on this building now. We have our signage out front where we started my walk around complete. We have building 1 complete. Building 2 is where we are currently working, and we have yet to have our metal for building 3 delivered. We're gonna wait until about a week, probably 1 more week to do building 3's delivery so we get more progress on building 2. But let's get into the video. Let's check out the roof. I'll meet you up there. You can see up on the roof, we've made some good progress since the end of the last video, which was actually only yesterday. So I finished the last video yesterday, and we're starting fresh the next day. But you can see we've made some good progress on the roof here. It's because we had a bunch of guys here yesterday working after I was here in the morning. Looking good, huh? Let's check out the tower. They're doing the hip metal right now. So you can see the way the hip metal gets on here is it slides down the Z-bars and then gets riveted in. You see the Z-bar here with the caulking on it, sealed in and cut between the seams. And then here's the hip piece, the end hip piece. Slides down the Z-bars. They get fitted in, male and female, against each other, and then riveted in. You can see right here our unfinished plumbing vent flashing, sealed in with caulking and tabbed up. So you cut the panel and tab it up and then seal in around it with matching sealant. Still needs screwed in. That's an unfinished penetration right there. Then we'll come to this side so you can see our screw and clip spacing. With our bolt nose grip at the end. The panels all get tabbed back on the end against the 90-degree single lock bend. And then the panels are going to be hemmed against the bolt nose grip on the bottom side. So basically the panel is going to fold and feed and clip in against the end of the bolt nose, which sticks out. See how it sticks out against my finger here? Instead of being flat like a regular drip metal. The bolt nose drip metal, which I've shown in other videos before, but figure I'll show it in this one too. So you can see right here, this is going to be for one of the plumbing vent flashings that's going to stick out of the panel. So they have to measure on the roof where the vent is going to be located on the panel, and then from the bottom cut it and tab it out. So check this out. So the circle here is going to be cut and then they have to tab up. So this is going to be cut here, and then this part is going to be tabbed up and out for the vent to fit into.
Ah, fíjate, se le queda esta que me trajo dos puntos diferentes. Aquel. Tú no tienes puntos ahí.
See, even for Rafa, he still has to use two hands, and he does this all day. The master. It's hard to cut this. So obviously that vent is bigger than this hole, so now what they're gonna do is tab it, and it's gonna bend up. You can call it tabbing, or you can call it, some people call it hula skirt, like a Hawaiian hula skirt.
¿Dónde quedó? Ah, no ese día en tu carro.
So there's the stack with the top taken off, the cap, which the cap is what keeps the rain out from going down. And it's just gonna get screwed back on through the holes here. So that'll be installed right in the right spot where that plumbing vent is, because there's going to be a cast iron or PVC. This is a newer building, so it's going to be PVC. But there's going to be a PVC vent that's going to stick from here straight through. You see this? And then it's going to get sealed on the exterior side as well from the roof.
Cayó. Ajá, la nueva. Ajá. Jala el burro para allá, como tantito. Para allá, cerca de la. Ahí, ahí, ahí. Ahí está. Chale, ¿de qué lado, cuña? Esto lo vamos a subir para allá. ¿Cuántos tenemos?
Ahí trajeron varias cajas, pero no sé cuántas. Ahí todavía sobra cocina
¿De las otras? Ok, vamos a voltear. Un pedacito.
See, check that out. Then this side is also going to get caulking
¿Traes tu reveteador?
after it fits over the pipe.
No,
La de Juanito, agárrala.
la traigo.
¿Eh?
La traigo yo.
¿La de Juanito?
Voila. So check it out. This is the finished valley to return that we were looking at the other day when I was here. You can see the valley here. I'm like sliding down the seam and holding on for dear life. But you can see the finished boxing now that everything is wrapped up against the wall here. Our metal in right here. And then our Z-bar here. And it rolls right under the valley metal. So the valley metal here actually comes over it and hems back around. So you can see how this is bent in, it's hemmed in. And there is a little bit of give here for some expansion and contraction as it's hemmed in. But that's what the finished piece looks like. I really like this color, but you can see this is a lot of detail work here. Pretty intense details, these returns. Tough part of the roof. See, the gutters are fully finished now on the building 1 behind me. White gutters up there. I probably would have gone bronze, but you know, customer's always right. Let's head up. I think we're doing the cricket today. So behind me, you can see that the guys are starting to form the cricket. Now that this tower is done up here, we wanted to get this one done first, because the last thing we want to do is have ladders and stuff like that on our flat cricket panels here. So I'm going to show you a closer look here. As you can see, the panels getting laid out here, and you see here's the sheets. If you watch any of my metal roof videos, I always talk about the 4x10 sheets. You can see it in our Metal Alliance tour video. You can see it in a lot of our videos with crickets or with little return areas. But these sheets are really important for covering areas like this up and for detail metals, like transition plates. We need to order sheets for transition plates. So let's check this out. It's looking pretty good so far. So you can see right here, we still have, that's not scuffs, that's the plastic still on the metal there to protect the metal. We leave the plastic on until we're done, but you can see the valley clip that's being installed right here and the beginning of our box flashing around the wall. So just like we do on the other returns, we're gonna do a flashing right here, a box flashing, and then we're gonna put this old metal, we're gonna fold over it so that we're not cutting the stucco of the wall. We're gonna just refold this old counter flashing metal over it. That's gonna save them some good money on stucco as we do all of this against the walls. So basically, especially because they spent so much on the wood, I know they're happy about us saving them some money. You see all our panels and stuff down there on the ground, all roped off with caution tape. But you see here, right here, we have our panel against the wall with our Z flashing, and it's caulked in, our Z bar, and then we're gonna put our box over it. And then right here is our valley clip right here. The valley clip is going over the sheet, which has been cut to meet the cricket. So you see the sheet has been perfectly cut to meet the cricket with our valley metal over it. And you want to make sure everything is seamed down slope. Don't back seam. So all of our seams are going to run down slope. So here's one 4x10 sheet, and here's a second one. And you can see the seam right here is on top of the other seam. So this one is over the other one. You see? It's over it so that nothing is back seam. So everything's going to run down slope. It's going to look really nice once it's all completed. And this is a pretty difficult area because we have this bend here. This is like a tri-cricket basically. So we have this one here. Then we've got to come this way around the tower. And then we're also coming back down this way. So it's a pretty difficult cricket transition. Most crickets are like one triangle or sometimes two triangles. This is a 3 triangle cricket. One triangle there, one triangle here, and then one triangle here. So it's like a 3 triangle cricket. Pretty interesting piece here. But it's going to be way better doing this in metal because I bet everybody else that bid this project was just going to put cap sheet back like how it was before. But this is the right way to do it. And I know I won the bid being the best and the cheapest simultaneously for this client because they told me. And I do other work with them. So they told me. But I guarantee nobody else was including boxing this all in with metal. So you can see the regular valley metal here because that's just a little valley on the end. And then our sheets are going to tab over the hip. This is going to get, you see the screws here? That's okay because this is going to be covered by panels. These spots are going to be covered by panels. The only spot that's not going to be covered by panels is where you see this bend here because there's going to be Z-bar on either side. And you see the caulking too between the sheets to make sure water doesn't get up and under. Muchos caulking.
Muchos caulking.
So you see they're gonna bend the panel to match the cricket. So we have our nice bend here with the hammer. Caulk the crap out of it. And then screw the edges in. And these screws, like I mentioned, are going to be covered up anyway. So all these screws are going to be covered up anyway by the panels because the Z-bar is going to be on the other side of it, just like on the other panel. Now another way you can install these too, besides this way, is you could solder the seams. But generally that's done with like a stainless steel, not aluminum roofing. So if you're doing like a stainless steel or copper panels, you may want to solder, but on aluminum, not necessary. See, so the next panel is going to come and overlap those screws. So it doesn't matter that there's screws right there.
¿Ya no? No, ya va a ser entero. Allá sí alcanza a agarrar, pero acá no me agarra. Por ejemplo, pues aquí. ¿Qué vale que aquí para arriba? No sé cómo están aquí. No sé hasta cuándo, hasta dónde. ¿Cómo voy a poner los palos? Es lo mismo. Pues bájalo ahí, con unas 4 kilos. ¿Sí tapa bien? Sí tapa bien. Sí.
So you can see on these panels here, unlike those ones there, this one here is a 10-foot run before the seam. We had to start turning them because all we have is 4x10 sheets, so it's math, right? You just have to do a little math here, and here, this cricket is going to be wider than the 4 feet when you include the overlap, so you have to flip the panel. So instead of running it this way, longitudinally, or I just made that word up, longwise down the valley cricket, you're going to flip it and move them this way because the cricket is too wide. It's wider than the 4 feet when you include the overlaps, if that makes sense. And why you might say, hey, how come there's one seam all the way here and then the next one is so close? It's because you have to flip the panels. Because all you have is 4x10 sheets. We don't have wider than that. See, using the 2x, they marked the valleys on the panel so you can get the bend out of it. This is how you get the bend. So you're gonna put the piece of wood, you're gonna mark what the angle is, and put the piece of wood on your marks, and then hammer it into place. And boom, there you go. Check that out. That's how you get that done. And then you're gonna start screwing and sealing it in once you get your bends ready to go.
Está caliente aquí. Está caliente aquí. No, está el perro caliente, güey. Nos vamos a ir para la casa.
Yeah. Let's see, notch it and tab it now by bending the inside piece. And it'll slide in like you can see right here. See how this is cut, then notched. So this is notched right here to hem back in. So that's what he's doing right here. Cut and bend back. The butyl tape right there. So basically what this is going to do, they're going to put this butyl tape on this. And this, they're basically creating a valley clip for the center here of the panel. So here, get on this one, you see how this is bent back with butyl tape underneath so water can't get under. Even though it is not, you know, it is sloped correctly. We don't have seams on the wrong side, which I see people do all the time.
¿Eh? Aquí. Luego trae el hilo si quiere. Por eso el triple. El cusco del triple, luego está más recto. El otro lo quito, güey. Ajá, ese. Conmigo. Sí, pero... Quiero dejarle, bueno, no, quiero dejarle para el sábado y domingo, para el sábado y domingo.
Here comes the clip. Well, it's like a cricket clip, basically. Custom transition clip. See, there's plastic on there. Unpeel the self-adhered part.
No, es que como no le gusta que le digan las cosas, no le gusta hacer. Cuando le traigo a puro. Bueno, más. Vamos a poner el primero,
Boom. Slides right into place. You see, you want really thick caulk beads like this, really thick. So you're cutting that thing open all the way to the end if you want. That's how you stop water from coming in there. When you get sideways rain or whatever. You see how this is kind of stair-stepped out on the sides. Glue it down and screw it down, and then on the next one. So I was last here on Monday when they were starting the cricket. Today is Wednesday. You can see the entire cricket is done now. All fabricated in metal, which this is so much better to finish this way than to put cap sheet, to put a flat roof. That's gonna go bad. Because imagine, if this is a flat roof, instead of metal panels, this is only gonna last 20 years. And then to change the flat roof, because it tucks in under the metal roof, you have to take all of these panels out on both sides as I spin around on my butt. That's a ton of panels you have to remove just to change the flat roof. So your metal roof, you're like, oh, I've got a 50-year metal roof. And then you don't think that, oh, I have this little flat roof cricket area. How am I gonna change that when that goes bad? Oh, you have to take all the metal panels that connect out? Look at all this. These are a ton of panels. That's to do this little flat roof again. To do this little flat roof, which is like 4 squares or something, you're taking out like 20 or 30 squares of panels. That's insane. That's why you finish with panels like this in the cricket. And anytime you have a cricket or an area like this, like an open valley, don't put flat. Don't put flat roof, put metal. So much better to do this. This is what everyone should be doing on every metal roof, but they don't. So that's why I might be more expensive on a quote, because I'm gonna finish it the right way like this instead of with a flat roof. So just make sure you're getting apples to apples. If you have areas like this, cricket areas or large valley downslope areas to seal in. Just keep that in mind.
I told this guy when we were at the meeting, when I went to the last chunk, he had said that Tim mentioned when they were doing.
Oh man, the birds are already having fun on the roof. Can't stop that. Thank you for watching this video series on this 3-building commercial re-roof. You see some of the trash right here behind me. We are cleaning this up now. I'll fly the drone again on Monday. Today's Friday. We're finishing the project today and we're gonna finish cleaning up, and I'll fly the drone again on Monday once everything is cleaned up so you can get a pretty view of how all 3 of the buildings look together. But I appreciate you watching the series. You can learn in this series how to properly do a tile demo on a commercial roof with multiple buildings, so that if you have a roofing project like this, what it should look like. And you can call us at Perkins if you want us to do it for you all over Florida. I just did a video in Naples. We are working all over Florida, and we're actually cheaper than the people over on the Naples side, believe it or not. So give us a call anywhere in Florida, and if you have projects like this, we can handle it for you. We also do high rises, any residential home, anything in roofing, not just metal. We do all types of roofing. Check out the YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can see all our videos on how to do tile roofs, high-rise flat roofs, metal roofs, restoring high-rise metal roofs so that they last forever. We will do all this stuff for you. So give us a call. Perkins Roofing, Palm Beach County, 561-559-ROOF. For Miami-Dade, Broward, the Keys, it's 305 MIA Roof. For Perkins Construction, where we do painting. Like we've done painting on the fascia here. They're going to be painting these buildings next. So we'll be painting Perkins Construction. You can reach either of those numbers for Perkins Construction. And we also do impact windows, impact doors, interior renovations. We can do it all at Perkins Construction. Give us a call and we will handle your project for you and make it professional. No matter how big or how small, we will give you a very professional experience, eliminate your headaches, give you a perfect looking job at the end of the day, and do things as quickly as possible. We're trying to hit all those notes for you for your project. So Perkins Roofing, Perkins Construction, Perkins Franchising. If you want to do projects like this, I will show you the way on how to get these projects, how to complete them in a timely fashion in a way that will make you the most amount of profit on return of these projects. And also, you will get all my business systems contracts, all the legal crap. You'll get all that great stuff if you franchise with me. Less than 50 G's to get started with Perkins Franchising. Why go out on your own and risk failure with no help when I can help you make a lot more money with my proven systems? It makes way more sense to do that. Check out our franchise video for more information on that. I have a specific franchise video where we go through all the reasons why you should franchise, all the pros versus the one con of having to pay me a little percentage. There's way more pros than the one con of giving me a little bit of money for my time, effort, training, tools, systems, all the stuff that you would have to develop on your own if you don't work with me. And branding, not to mention the branding. You get all my YouTube videos that are going to help generate business in all your territories, and the Perkins Roofing brand since 1980. You're going to hire a company from 1980, or you're going to hire a company from 2025. Come on. What's a 2025 warranty worth? So thanks for watching. We'll check it out. Check out our other videos next time. Perkins Roofing, Perkins Construction. Subscribe now. See you later.